Ford is going downhill and the prices are going up. They lost their number one spot 43 years strong, the F-150 for the top-selling vehicle in the United States. Not anymore. The RAV4 took it over in 24. We have to see what happens, but guess what? It's because they went crazy on pricing. Ford found greed and they'll never go back. And it is what it is. The executives will never feel the pain. I bet Jim Farley, the CEO, will continue to get a raise even though he's producing bad results. Ford is known as the recall king. They're also not known to be cheap. They're extremely expensive, and you lost the number one spot. So how is that success? How is that doing a good job, Jim Farley? It doesn't make much sense. He also says he's going to try to take care of these dealers to get them to stop doing market adjustments. Well, they're still doing market adjustments, so they're still screwing their own customer base. So many F-150s are upside down, so even if these customers want to get a new truck, they can't because the dealership took advantage and all this stuff. It's a complete mess. There's even a 2023 F-150 still sitting on the lot. It's been there over 600 days. What do you think? It's $124,000. Of course no one's going to buy it. The dealership's discounting it close to $30,000, but that ain't nothing. That ain't going to do shit. And you have a Mach-E over here. It's a 23. It's been sitting as well. So these things are just sitting. They lose a ton of money on the EV segment, and a lot of people are saying they're offsetting it with their other vehicles. That's why you walk up to a cloth F-150 nowadays, basically a base model, you're going to be 60, 65 grand. Especially if it's crazy. I mean, it's insane. And we've seen F-250s for $154,000, $155,000, F-150s $120,000. So these prices make absolutely no sense. There's no way to justify an F-150 that cost $124,000. You just can't. And it is what it is. They honestly deserve this. They have been taking advantage of their own customer base, from the dealerships to Ford. Ford increased their MSRP, not as bad as Stellantis, but they still increased their MSRP quite a bit through the last 4 years. And I guarantee you, they lost a lot of customers because of that, because F-150s just simply, I mean, come on, base models. I think I saw one in the low 50s. That's probably the cheapest one I've seen. But I mean, where is the $30,000 1500? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because they had those not too long ago. I'm not talking about a 1990. I'm talking about what? Just literally in 2019, you can get a base model V8 for that price, but not anymore. And this is with every manufacturer. Prices have shot up to the moon, generally around 50 to 70% in the last 4 years. So yeah, talk about taking a hit right there. That is a big deal for pretty much every manufacturer to do that. But Ford did it just as bad as all the others, and you can definitely tell. And they also have all the recall issues. They are the recall king. They are a quality lower, because Jim Farley's mindset, I already know, it's cost cut, just like all the others, but they want to do it to another level, just like Carlos Tavares was trying to do with Ram and stuff and Stellantis. So he's trying to cost cut all he can. That's why you have all these quality issues and a lot of safety issues. 250,000 vehicles recalled for a seatbelt issue. So yeah, a lot of issues over with Ford, and obviously reliability as well. You know what I mean? These are not the most reliable vehicles. They've had their issues, but a lot of people still love Ford, but they're not going to pay $100,000 for an F-150. They just won't do it, and it just doesn't make sense. So they need to change a lot what's going on. They lost their number one spot, which is pretty crazy to see that happen. And I've been to a lot of dealers. Ford, they're always loaded with inventory. Loaded with 2024 inventory, and they are still getting that shipped to their dealership in 2025. There are very, very few Ford 25 models, so they're almost all 24s still getting sent to the dealership. What are they going to do? I mean, what are they going to do? All this old inventory, and a lot of manufacturers are about to start pumping out 2026s. So Ford is way behind the ball there. So I think Ford has to increase rebates even more than other manufacturers, because they're going to have all these year-old models unless they just change the window sticker. But it's a big deal, and rebates are going to be a big problem. I mean, they're going to have to put out a lot of money in rebates, and it's because these things are way overpriced anyway. So I'm excited to see what happens, because, I mean, dealers are loaded with inventory. It's sitting. They're trying to add packages. I mean, what are they doing? Dealers are trying to get all their money. Ford's trying to get all their money, and it just ain't going to happen. People are going to say no, and hey, you guys lost your number one spot. Good job, Jim. You guys did it. And I just think it was a huge mistake overall from the company, and we will see if anything actually changes, if they increase rebates, if they hold their dealerships accountable so they don't do market adjustments, addendum stickers, all this crazy stuff, $400 nitrogen-filled tires. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just like, get out of here with that stuff. I've seen the biggest market adjustments at Ford and Toyota, by far. It is what it is. When they get that Raptor model, they love to add $10,000, $15,000 market adjustments. So we'll see what actually happens at the end of the day. If MSRPs can come down and rebates go up, maybe they'll start selling some of this overpriced stuff, but they lost a lot of customers over the last few years. So let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.